Good evening, students. Today I am going to discuss next topic which I promised, that is catalysis. So, next topic is catalysis. So, under this topic, first of all, I will discuss about catalyst, which you studied in chemical kinetics also. So, catalyst as you know, a substance which increases rate of reaction, but it does not undergo any chemical change or quantitative change. It participates in reaction, that means it enhances the rate of reaction, but its participation is not there to undergo any such type of chemical change in itself. So, a substance which accelerates the rate of reaction without undergoing any chemical or quantitative change. This phenomenon is known as catalysis. Now, two more important terms are there which are related to this topic. First, let me discuss one example. When the reaction takes place and N2 react with into a gas, it is reacting with hydrogen gas, and after the reaction, product obtained is ammonia. In this reaction, iron is used as catalyst. So, iron surface does not undergo any chemical change. Suppose we are taking 1 gram of iron, so it will not be 2 gram or half gram. It will be in same amount after the reaction also. But from N2 and H2 will get NH3. That means only reactants will participate in reaction and catalyst will enhance the rate of reaction. Here we are using one more substance, molybdenum. Molybdenum is used as promoter in this reaction. Now, this is new term, promoter. Promoter is a substance which enhances catalyst for helping in rate of reaction. It enhances catalyst to increase the rate of reaction. So here molybdenum is promoter and it enhances iron to increase the rate of reaction. Now next one more term we have, this is poison. Poison is just opposite, we can say negative promoter of reaction, because promoter is not enhancing, it reduces activity of catalyst. It reduces activity For the formation of ammonia, we are getting hydrogen gas when steam reformation of methane takes place. Steam reformation of methane. So here I am showing how steam reformation takes place. This is CH4 and H2O is in gaseous state, and after the reaction we are getting CO plus hydrogen gas. So this carbon monoxide, we are removing this carbon monoxide as early as possible. Removing of CO. So what is the reason why it is removed? Because CO behaves as poison. It is not behaving as promoter. It reduces activity of catalyst in the formation of ammonia. It reduces activity of catalyst. Activity of catalyst. That is why this carbon monoxide will be removed as early as possible. So suppose poisonous activity, this example I gave from simple chemical reaction, but such type of poisonous activity occurs in our body also, and which reduces biochemical changes in our body and causes different side effects also, just because of this poisonous activity in our body. Now, after this, I am going to discuss types of catalysis. Types of catalysis. So, types of catalysis is classified into two types. First one is homogeneous catalysis, and second one is heterogeneous catalysis. So, types of catalysis. Types of catalysis. Types of catalysis. One is homogeneous catalysis. Homogeneous catalysis. And another one is heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous catalysis. Now, homogeneous catalysis. When the reactant and catalyst both are in same phase. Suppose if a reactant is in gaseous state and catalyst is also in gaseous state, that means they both are in same phase. So that type of example is known as homogeneous catalysis. And another one, heterogeneous catalysis. Suppose reactant is in gaseous state and catalyst is in solid state, so their phases differ from each other. That type of catalytic reaction is known as heterogeneous catalysis. So first one, homogeneous catalysis, when reactant and catalyst both are in same phase. Both are in similar phase. Example, suppose we are taking SO2 and oxygen gas. They both are gases, and in presence of catalyst, nitric oxide, this is nitric oxide, NO. This is also in gaseous state, and then reaction occurs. And after the reaction, we are getting sulfur trioxide. Look at here, both reactant and catalyst are in same phase. Both are in gaseous state. That means it is homogeneous catalysis. Now, next one, heterogeneous catalysis, when reactant and product both are in different phase. When reactant and catalyst reactant and catalyst both are in different phase, such type of catalysis reaction is called heterogeneous catalysis. Same example I am taking, only catalyst will be different. So it is sulfur dioxide which is oxidized in presence of platinum. Platinum which is in solid state, this is a noble metal and it provides its surface for reaction, and after the reaction we are getting sulfur trioxide. So this is heterogeneous catalysis. This is homogeneous catalysis and this one is heterogeneous catalysis because state of catalyst, or we can say phase of catalyst, is different. So this was about catalysis. Now adsorption theory, will apply adsorption theory of catalysis. So there are two theories for heterogeneous catalysis. One by one we will discuss. One is called old theory and another one new theory. And in a new theory, old adsorption theory and new activated complex theory, both are added. So next one is about adsorption theory. Adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. So first of all, I will discuss old theory. Old theory, it is simply, here we are discussing adsorption takes place on the surface of solid. So adsorption of reactant, here we are talking about chemical reaction because this is catalysis. So simply here we will discuss a rate of reaction, how increases through the catalyst, through the surface of catalyst. So catalyst surface is provided. This is catalyst surface. This is catalyst surface, catalyst, and adsorption occurs on it. This is reactant. So reactant is getting adsorbed on the surface of solid catalyst. And here rate of reaction increases as the concentration of reactant increases. Rate of reaction increases. Rate of reaction increases when concentration of reactant increases. And as we know, this adsorption process, that means gas which is reactant, it is adsorbed on solid surface, and afterwards whatever product we are getting, product and then catalyst as it is. This reaction is releasing heat energy because this is exothermic process. This is exothermic process. So exothermic process releases heat energy. Exothermic process releases heat energy, and heat energy, this release of heat energy enhances rate of reaction. It increases rate of reaction. Enhances the rate of reaction. which enhances rate of reaction. So according to this theory, adsorption of gaseous reactant or in solution adsorption occurs on the solid catalyst. Second term, as I discussed, rate of reaction increases when concentration of reactant that means adsorbent, when concentration of reactant is increased. So under this, second term is rate of reaction increases when concentration of reactant increases. And this adsorption process is exothermic process. This adsorption process is exothermic process. Thus releases heat energy which enhances the rate of reaction. So this is old adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Now I discuss new adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. So new adsorption theory is combination of old adsorption theory and intermediate complex theory. So now next one, new adsorption theory. Next is new adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. New adsorption theory. Now, new adsorption theory is saying what? Actually, it is combination of intermediate complex theory. Intermediate complex theory you have studied in chemical kinetics chapter. So according to this theory, what is happening? Catalyst provide its surface for the reaction, and when catalyst provide its surface for the reaction, reactant is getting adsorbed on it, and on that surface chemical reaction occurs between reactants, which is called intermediate. And when intermediate is getting dissolved from it, because lack of affinity is there between product and catalytic surface. So that I am going to add with old adsorption theory, and we will discuss a new theory. So new adsorption theory is combination of two theory, old adsorption theory and another one is intermediate complex theory. Intermediate complex intermediate complex theory. So first let me explain and afterwards we'll write points. So this is catalytic surface. This is catalytic surface. This catalytic surface has sheet of free valences for reactant. So suppose these are reactants. Diffusion occur on the surface of catalyst or to the surface of catalyst. So this is diffusion of reactant to the surface of catalyst. To the surface of catalyst. These are reactants and this is catalyst. And catalyst has sheets of free valences which is providing space for A and B. Now these both A and B are reactant which is getting absorbed on it. Now here absorption occurs between them. Now reactant is just absorbed on the surface of catalyst. It is simply reactant is absorbed. Absorption on the surface of catalyst. Reason is what? Catalyst provide free valency. Catalyst, this is catalyst surface. So catalyst has a sheet of free valencies for absorption. Reason, catalyst provide a sheet of free valencies for absorption. After that, chemical reaction occurs between them, between reactants. Chemical reaction. Now, in chemical reaction, what we are observing here, this is catalyst surface. And they both are reacting with each other. So this is intermediate. This is intermediate. This is intermediate. Now intermediate formation occurs at highest energy state. This is transition state. Transition state. And after chemical reaction between these two reactants, it is going to give a product. And when it is giving product, then desorption occurs between them. Because after the reaction, there is lack of affinity between product and catalyst surface. So here there is lack of affinity. That is why we are getting this new product and catalyst is separated out. This catalyst is separated out. Catalyst is separated out. This is product and catalyst we are getting as it is. And reason is what? Lack of affinity. Lack of affinity between product and catalytic surface, between product and catalytic surface. And at last, this product is getting diffused away. Either it will be evaporated, either product will be evaporated or completely separated out from the catalyst. So last step is, it is diffused away. Diffused away. Diffused away from the surface of catalyst. So after diffusing, product is completely separated out and catalyst we are getting as it is, and it is providing its surface for new reaction. Catalyst is obtained as it is, and this catalyst is providing its surface for new reaction. Again catalyst provides its surface for new reaction. So this is complete adsorption theory. Now here I am going to discuss one term. This is transition state. Transition state is higher energy state. Transition state is higher energy state at which intermediate formation occurs. That means here on catalyst surface, reactant is adsorbed and breaking of older bond and making of new bond also occurs. So here we are observing what? Due to catalyst, reactant to product pathway is altered. It reduces the activation energy. So if we will make graph between reaction coordinate, this is reaction coordinate, and this side there is potential energy of reaction. Suppose reaction started from here, and in absence of catalyst, this is transition state. This is transition state where intermediate formation occurs. So this energy is activation energy. This is activation energy. In absence of catalyst. In absence of catalyst. But when catalyst is used, you can observe it very nicely that activation energy is reduced to reach transition state. With this less amount of energy, it reached a transition state. Less energy is required. So, in presence of catalyst, this is activation energy of reaction. That means pathway of reactant to product is completely altered due to presence of catalyst because activation energy is reduced for the reaction. And afterwards we are getting product, and product is separated out from the catalyst surface because there is lack of affinity between product and catalytic surface. So this was about new adsorption theory, which is a combination of old adsorption theory and intermediate complex theory. In next video, I'll discuss important features of solid catalyst, and another one topic is state selective catalysis. Thank you.